Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back to Tiger Talk. This week, Coach Osteen recaps the Tigers' 42-7 victory over White House at Preston Hopkins Field. The Tigers moved to 5-0 on the season. He'll also be back later to break down the Tigers' upcoming matchup against Fayetteville City this Friday night. Jamahl Gentry will check in with our Spotlight Players of the Week and our Players of the Game from last Friday night. He also caught up with Coach Hubbell, the Tigers running backs coach. This week's episode of Tiger Time is sponsored by Lewisburg Rubber and Gasket.
Yeah, another great night for Tiger football this past Friday night at Preston Hopkins Field. Big region game against White House. Traditional good football program from north of Nashville there. They came in 3-1 on the year and had a very talented team, old team. Running back that ran for 1 million yards last year and it's had a great year this year, and just really proud of our kids for stepping up to the challenge of playing a big game like that. We started fast, defensively putting some 3 and outs together to start the game. We affected some of their punts. We got some short fields and started the game, got up 21-0 quickly. I really feel like we got White House kind of out of the game plan there, maybe trying to use. So just hats off to our kids for buying into the game plan, all week and really executing at a high level in the game. The Tiger defense is just playing phenomenal right now. If you want to be a team that's got a chance to win at the end of the year, you got to be good on defense and just really pleased with the progress we've had on defense at all 3 levels. Big nights by a lot of people. Reed Mitchell probably had his best game of the year, 3.5 tackles for loss, a sack. Jaden Keys, kind of doing what he does, another big night from his linebacker position. Marquay Allen from his rover position, the secondary, a really good night. So just really good playing. Defense is about 11 guys swarming to the ball, and we're doing that at a really high level right now. Offensively, I thought it was our best night of the year running the football. Ran for over 200 yards. Jamahl Gentry 93 yards on the ground. DJ Gardner 87 yards on the ground. So I really feel like really pleased with our offensive line this past week. White House played 2 high safeties a lot of the game to try and take some of our deep throws away. So they really challenged us to run the ball, and we were able to do that at a good clip. And then kind of when we got the run game going, we were able to mix some big passes again. Tyler Thompson 5 total touchdowns. A.J. Jones a couple touchdowns. O-line really played their best game of the year. Gavin Johnson at center, man, had a good night. Kel Ford, left tackle, had his best night. Bowen Porch at right guard had a really good night. Caleb Christmas, he's kind of our swing man. He's played all 4 positions on the offensive line of the night, so that's tough to do. He's really buying into that. And then special teams wise, we won that phase of the game. I feel like we did too. Luis Gonzalez, really good job. Putting the ball in the end zone and helping us with field position there. So good night for Tiger football. So just thrilled that we're 5-0, and even more so important that we're 3-0 in region play.
Welcome to Tiger Time. I'm here with DJ Gardner. Last game, DJ had 12 carries for 86 yards and 1 touchdown. What goes through your mind before each snap and knowing you're gonna get the ball?
And I just make sure don't drop the ball. I'm gonna keep my head down, and I'll try not to let one person tap me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what's your overall season goal, either personally or as a team?
I just want to stay.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Appreciate you. Next, I'm here with Marcus O'Neal. Against Greenbrier, you had 4 catches for 3 touchdowns and 109 yards. What helped you prepare for that game?
Every day, every Friday before the game, I just watch a couple of highlights and see what I can do. That's basically all. Just watch highlights and do what I do on the field.
Yes, sir. And last game against White House High School, you had another big catch for a touchdown. What goes through your mind when the ball's in the air?
When the ball's in the air, it's either me or him gonna get it. I think it's gonna be me 9 times out of 10. So yes, sir. That's all.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
And now, the players of the week from the Tigers' 42-7 victory over the White House Blue Devils. Our offensive players of the week went to 2, A.J. Jones, who had 2 touchdown catches, 3, DJ Gardner, who racked up 12 rushes for 87 yards and a reception for 28 yards with a touchdown, Jamahl Gentry, who went for 93 yards on 6 carries for a touchdown and also added 28 yards receiving. 16, quarterback Tyler Thompson, who this week went 11 of 15 for 187 yards with 5 total touchdowns. 62, offensive lineman Gavin Johnson played very well on the O-line. 67, Kel Ford, and offensive lineman 74, Bowen Porch, for an excellent week from the Tigers offensive line. This week's defensive player of the week once again goes to the starting Tiger defense, defensive line, linebackers, and defensive backs who continued their stellar play on the season. This week's Tiger Pride Award went to Markway Allen, 9, Jaden Keys, 25, Caleb Christmas, 61, and Reed Mitchell, 64. Luis Gonzalez, Tigers kicker, took the Special Teams Player of the Week this week with 6 for 6 point-after touchdowns and kicked 4 touchbacks on kickoffs. And this week's big hit of the week, number 20, Anthony Chavez, with a big hit on a kickoff play. That's this week's Tiger Players of the Week.
Next, I'm here with Coach Hubbell, Marshall County running back coach. Last game, DJ Gardner, one running back, had 12 carries for 86 yards. Me, myself, Jamahl Gentry had 6 carries for 93 yards, and we also can use Jaden Keys. How does it feel to know you have 3 running backs that you could put in at any point in the game?
I think anytime you have 3 senior running backs, it's a blessing. I feel super lucky to have all 3 of you guys. Not only are you seniors, but you're mature, and I think we could ask you to do anything, you'd be good at it. So it makes our life a lot easier in the run game, having all 3 of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And how do you feel you prepare your running backs to connect with your O-line throughout the game? Do you feel like we do a pretty good job with that?
I think there's always more work to be done. I think one area maybe we could get better at is in pass protection. But as far as the run game goes, I think we do a lot of work and have a good vibe of where running backs know where to hit holes and how the offensive line's going to block. But yeah, I would like to see us do more in pass game.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tigers travel Friday night over to Fayetteville to play our last non-region game of the year. Fayetteville's been a really good program for the last decade. Of course, won a state championship in their classification a few years back. They've got athletes all over the field. Got a big, tall, left-handed quarterback that's a college football player that kind of makes their team go. So we're going to have to be ready for that challenge. As well against a talented Fayetteville football team, but more importantly, I want the Tigers to take the next step and on our journey and us getting better. Big shout out to Lewisburg Rubber and Gasket for sponsoring this week's episode of Tiger Time.
Thank you for watching Tiger Time. This week's episode was produced by the MCHS History Club with student correspondent Jamahl Gentry. We'd like to thank our players and coaches for joining us this week. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our other History Club produced projects. Thank you for watching, and as always, go Tigers.